Are we live? Are we back? We're back? Oh my gosh. Guys, where have I been? Just kidding. Welcome back to Jamie's Journey. It's 2025. Haven't spoken with you since 2024. Haha. Okay, I'm sorry. Dumb jokes over with. I've been over here in my office just acting a straight fool by myself. If anybody was to record me recording myself, like recording me in my office, just me messing around. I don't even know if anybody would pay attention to me anymore. Like, it's absolutely absurd. The things that I do on my own by myself in my own office. I'm a little bit of a knucklehead. How does Charles Barkley say it? Knucklehead. I can't even say it. Okay. Back to the podcast, being serious. I hope you guys are doing really good. How has your 2025 been so far? Have you implemented any, I don't want to say goals or resolutions? Are you making any changes? Let's do that. Are you making any changes? Because today is technically what they call Quitters Friday. Did you know that? So I'm over here messing with my phone at the same time. Probably shouldn't. This whole social media content creator thing is like, it's a lot. It's a lot, guys. But anyways, like I was saying, did you guys know that today is Quitters Friday? Yes. So today is normally the day of the new year that people quit whatever their goal, their resolution is. So let's do a check-in. Who's quitting today? Who's quit already? Are you going to tell anyone? Did you tell anyone to begin with what your resolutions or your goals or your objectives are for this coming year? Huh? I wanted to know. I just wanted to give that piece of information that today's Quitters Friday. So if you have made goals, objectives, or resolutions, don't let today be the day that you quit. Push through. You can do it one step at a time. You got this, brick by brick. You got it. So speaking of goals and objectives, I've already done this on my YouTube channel. Today's episode is going to be, did you hear that? In the background, my phone is actually recording me as well. Today is going to be about, I'm going to put them out there. My 2025 goals, objectives. I'm not calling it a resolution. It's not a resolution. They are objectives. They're things that I want to accomplish this year, and I'm not playing around. We already started the year off strong. I feel like I've started the year off strong. And I can tell you for one, I am not quitting today. There is no quitting going on over here. So don't you be quitting either. We're in this thing together. And if you haven't shared your goals or objectives for this year, do it. What are you waiting on? Put it out there. Make it public. Because if you make it public, then you're more likely to achieve it. You need some accountability partners. I don't know, some accountability partners. And it's important that you have people there to help support you. Shoot. Sometimes the people who don't support you end up pushing you further than the people that do support you. So it just depends on what you're motivated by and what fuels your fire. So me, it's a little bit of both. So I like the support. I like the recognition. I'm an affirmations kind of person, but I also like to prove people wrong. And so that is why today I am sharing my 2025 objectives. I don't even know what accent that was, but we're going with it. Let's start with number one. Number one, I want to 5x my income from last year. Let's go. I'm not giving you what that number is. That's TMI. But I didn't do too bad as my first year as a full-time loan officer. However, I am not satisfied. I'm not satisfied, y'all. I want to 5x that income in any way I can. And so I'm going to be grinding this year. I'm going to be busting my behind to do that. And I will let you know when I hit it, because I'm buying small little bottles of champagne And I'm going to be putting my goals, some of my big, big goals and objectives, I'm going to be putting them, writing them on the champagne bottles. And then I'm going to put them somewhere where I can see them in the kitchen. And when I hit those objectives and those goals for the year, I'm going to pop one of those bad boys open and we go celebrate. I think it's important to celebrate your wins, celebrate your goals. Don't just hit the mark and then move on. Or you need to take time to pat yourself on the back. You put the work in, you grinded, and then, let's celebrate for a couple minutes and then move on to the next goal. Don't sit there and throw yourself a huge old party, but acknowledge your accomplishment and then, then let's get on to the next big goal. So number 1, 5x my annual income. Yes, we will do that. Number 2, we are uploading YouTube videos almost every day. Yes, I am vlogging. I'm uploading. Let me tell you something real quick. Let me just share some information with you. I did not realize how difficult this was going to be when I set this goal. Okay? I was like, sure. I see all these people online on YouTube. I mean, they are just posting and uploading and all the things. I'm like, okay, can't be that hard. Oh my word. First of all, remembering to pick up the camera to even vlog. That's a thing. I forget. And 2, I feel I'm relatively boring. I don't really feel like I have a whole lot going on. But then, I see other people's videos and they're jamming out and doing their thing and they're posting anything and everything that they can post. So I was like, well, okay, I'll do the same thing. And then, okay, so say you remember to pick up the camera and say you catch things on video. Now, guess what you have to do? Now you got to edit it. You got to edit it to where people actually want to watch the thing. And I'm going to tell you, my day 1 video was a hot mess. A hot mess. I stayed up till 2 o'clock in the morning trying to figure the whole thing out. I think I even had to do a voiceover on one of my clips because when I recorded it that day, you couldn't hear squat. We were on the beach and it was super, super windy. And I don't know anything about camera, sound, angle, whatever. And I'm out there on the beach in the back of the Jeep and the wind is blowing so loud across the mic on the camera that you can't hear a word me and my daughter are saying. So I had to do a voiceover. And so long story short, this stuff is hard work. It's learning. I'm learning as I go. Every YouTube video I upload, it will be a little bit different than the last one that you watched because I'm learning new techniques and editing, secrets and different ways of vlogging. But I'm doing it. I'm committed. So if you want to follow along, you can go to YouTube, Jamie Knowles. That's my YouTube channel, and it's Jamie's Journey. And so there's a handful of videos uploaded already if you want to kind of follow along. And I am committed to uploading YouTube videos every day, every week. So that is another goal, an objective of mine of 2025. Another one is what I'm doing right now. We're going to do a podcast every Friday. Upload a podcast every Friday. And so we're going to stay consistent with that in 2025. The next one we got, I am going to read a minimum of 2 books a month. 2. I'm going to need to take up some speed reading classes. I love to read, and I have put that on the back burner for a while because, well, let's just say because life, and I've been slacking and social media scrolling has taken up a lot of my time in 2024. So that is another objective on my list of this year is I will eliminate social media scrolling. I'm going to be posting and ghosting. So that will allow me the extra time to get my 2 books a month in. And so we're going to be doing that. I need to kind of dive more into some of these awesome books that I've been wanting to read. And this month I'm finishing up Crucial Conversations. And then the next one I think is $1 Million Weekend. And I'm reading the cover of that. And I'm like, bro, why have you let this sit on your bookshelf for so long? You should have already read this, girl. So if you haven't read Million Dollar Weekend, go read it and then give me the cliff notes. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to read that this month, right? So right after I'm done with Crucial Conversations, I'm going into Million Dollar Weekend. So where are we at? Where are we at on my list? We're eliminating social media scrolling. I want to grow more in my faith, serving the Lord, bringing my family a little bit more closer to faith. I want to dive a little bit more into theology, understanding a little bit more, educating myself a little bit more. So that is an area that I want to grow in 2025. Eliminate distractions. I mean, I know I've already mentioned scrolling on social media, but I'm talking about like distractions as far as, and this is one's hard for me because if I don't want to do something or if something is scary or I'm unsure about myself and my ability to do it, or it's embarrassing or awkward, like filming and podcasts and social media, I will find something else to distract myself with. AKA, I will start cleaning my house for no reason. I will put off things that I need to do to clean my house because in my head, in that moment, cleaning the house apparently takes priority of me actually doing my job. And that's not the case. I will find things to distract myself. Other forms of distraction are, and this is going to sound dumb, like, mindless trips to the store, going shopping, driving around town for no reason, just those random things that if you think about what takes up your time and why you can't get things done, watching a lot of movies, watching a lot of TV. Like I'm guilty of binge watching Selling Sunset. If I know there's a new season of Selling Sunset or Buying Beverly Hills or Selling OC or Housewives, those are my guilty pleasures. That I will sit and watch the whole season. And I don't do that often. So I try not to turn on Netflix so that I don't know, if there's a new season until I have the time and I'm surprised. And I'm woohoo! Or sometimes I do know and I will set that as a goal. If I reach X, Y, and Z, then I will treat myself to watching, this new show or these episodes, So eliminating those distractions because I really need to hone in on and focus on growing my business. And that is where my priority lies. I have to grow my business. I want to grow my business. I have a huge desire to grow my business. And I think all the rest of the stuff was just a form of procrastination. I was really distracting myself from actually having to put the hard work in. And I was just in a funk. And so I'm going to be eliminating a lot of that this year. Another thing I want to do is making more memories with my family. So one of the big reasons why I started vlogging is because I realized that my daughter graduates high school in a year and a half. She just started this week, her second semester of her junior year. I literally have a year and a half left of school with her in my house. I get it. She's still going to always want or ask me questions, but these are core memories in the house. And I want to capture all that on film and I want to make more memories with her so that she has those memories of, the last 2 years in school being, something of fun and valuable. And I missed a lot of her, her little years when I was in the military. And I really want to make that up and be a little bit more present with her. And so that's another big objective for me in 2025. So I would love to take a trip a quarter. I don't know if I could say we love the beach, but your girl loves the beach. And so if we took a trip to the beach every quarter, happy wife, happy life, happy mom. I don't know. What's a good one for happy mom? But you catch my drift. So thank goodness this quarter we got some spring break in there. Already planning a trip down to the beach. And then who knows what we got for the rest of the year. But I want to plan a trip with my family and make more memories with them once a quarter. Hopefully, we will own our own beach house here within the next year or two. I'll give it 2, but I'm really gunning for this year, but we'll give it 2. On my own beach house. I need a place to get away and sit out and listen to the water and the ocean and all the things. That's my happy place. So that's on my bucket list for 2025. And let's see. What do we got? What do we got? Live and be deliberate by my calendar. Seriously. This goes back to the distraction. If it's on my calendar, if it's marked, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. That's it. Like this past year, if I had something on my calendar and somebody wanted to do something or ask me for a meeting, I would rearrange my whole calendar to make that happen. That's not going to happen this year. If I can't make the meeting, if I have something already booked, then we're going to have to schedule another time. And it is going to be live, eat, sleep, all the things by my calendar, because that is how you get stuff done. I'm telling you, I just went through this. My whole year was a little bit of a whirlwind. Some days I knew what I was doing. Some days I didn't know what I was doing, but it is not fun. It is not fun, especially when you're not making any traction in your business, in yourself. You're not growing. So I am up. My calendar starts at 4:30. I know what I'm doing in the morning. I know what block I'm doing it in. I know what travel time is to take my daughter to school. That block is blocked out on my calendar. As soon as I get back home, I got follow-ups, client meetings, social content creation, podcasts, breaking breads with people, face-to-face meetings, all these things. It is getting put in my calendar, and I will eat and breathe and sleep on my calendar this year. That is a fact. Being more financially stable. That is another goal of or objective of mine, which ties into 5Xing my income. Being able to set my family up for success, being able to purchase our beach house in the future. So those are all different things that I am trying to accomplish this year in 2025. I had a little bit of a brain fart there for a second, kind of got a little, spacey. But I think really, really at the end of the day, for me this year, is to take a look at myself and ask myself, was today better than yesterday? How did I show up today? Did I show up as my best? Did I give it my all? Did I empty the tank? Did I have no days wasted? Do not want to waste my day. I want to show up. I want to be intentional with my relationships. I want to crush my business. I want to crush my life. I want to have fun and I want to have experiences. Like that is 2025. And so I've been on the fit, like I've been trying to find a word for 2025 and I don't know if I could just stick with one word. I don't know if it's going to be, I'm playing with some words, right? I like speed, consistency. A phrase is full send, like I'm going all in, LFG. Just do it. Like there's a lot, like all of those mean something to me. So I don't know if I could just pick one thing. But if I had to pick one of those or one thing, it would probably be, no, it's not a word, it's a phrase, right? It would be just do it. I think that's where I keep going back to. And why is because I have a problem with second guessing myself. I have a problem with saying I'm going to do something. And then if I feel like there's going to be criticism or somebody's going to like it, or I'm going to get judged, you name it, I won't do it. I won't do it. And I'll just politely kind of like quietly back off and just not talk about it anymore. And I don't want that. I don't want to do it. Like you get to a point in your life where you're like, I don't want to die and regret not doing things. So at this point, I'm like, F it. We're going all in. Full send, baby. We're just doing it. And so we are posting videos. I may look like a complete jackass. I'm doing it. I mean, my family sees me like that every day. So I might as well let everybody else see me like that. So we're going all in this year, guys. We're doing it. So those are my 2025 objectives. I am so happy to be back. I have got a lot of ideas coming to the podcast. I have some guests. I keep saying that, right? I keep saying I got guests coming. But I promise you, I've got some ideas brewing. And like I said, this year is just do it. Full send, baby. No days wasted. No days wasted. So I've got some big ideas, and I'm just gonna try them and just see what happens. And I hope that you are going to do the same. Put your objectives out there. State what you want to do. Don't be afraid to do it. Let's do it together. Like, let's do it let's do this thing together. Share your goals with me. Post them, tag me. I want to cheer you on. I'm going to take you along on my journey, show you where I'm falling and where I'm succeeding, because Lord knows this is not going to be all success up in here. But I did hear the other day that kind of resonated with me. Failure is the key to success. I mean, it's trial and error. You got to know what doesn't work to know what works, right? And so let's go. Let's crush this year together. 25, baby. Let's do this. Don't forget to subscribe and share the show, please, if you think that it's worth sharing. And if you'd be oh so kind as to leave a comment and a rating below, it helps boost the show. We got a lot to climb through. We're starting at the bottom, right? So I love you guys. Thank you so much for listening. If you took the time to listen, I know your time is valuable. I will catch you next week on the next episode. Peace.